I made my first EDC video in January of this year. Ever since then, a lot has happened. And because of this, I have needed to update the things that I carry on me every day. And over the past year or so, I have been refining my everyday carry into what it is today. In this video, we're going to be looking at what my everyday carry is towards the end of 2024 and kind of seeing what it's changed into from my last video. So I'm going to be dividing this video sort of up into 3 different sections. The first section is going to be what I have in my pockets. And the second section is going to be what I wear, the uniform part of it. And then the third section at the end of the video is sort of what I want to add in the future. Things either that I plan on adding or that I want to add. Starting out with pockets. Something I've become addicted to lately is like having gear in my pockets. So to start out, obviously we have my phone. Still Samsung Galaxy S21. Had this thing for 3 years. Basically, still in wonderful condition. I've been looking at maybe getting a new case for it because the one I have on it currently is it's starting to break and it's starting to warp really bad. Like it's always kind of been warped like this. At one point or another, I would like to get a new case. Next up is the wallet. The wallet is, Maddie got this for me for Christmas, I believe. I want to say 2021 or 2022, but I've had it for a good 2 or 3 years. It's really been broken in nicely. It's kind of wearing thin, not gonna lie. Not bad. It's still holding together, but it's definitely wearing as a wallet does. And because I hold it on me all the time and it's constantly being like rubbed on and stuff, it's gonna wear. Next on the EDC is the keys. I always feel like a janitor with how many keys I have on me. It's not a ton, but it's still a lot I feel like it's a lot for regular people. I actually have 2 car keys. It's a funny story. I have my main car key and then I have a spare. The spare is to put in the ignition and to start the car. And then the main key is to unlock the doors. It's an old car. My car's 25 years old. Does the car count as a part of the everyday carry? Because I drive it every day. I don't know. The main car key is slightly bent and it kind of acts weird sometimes. Like when I put it in the ignition, sometimes it catches and it does weird things. So I try to just avoid putting it in the ignition. So I have the spare to put in the ignition because it's, perfectly straight. I tried to bend the main car key back with a hammer once and I don't think it made it worse. I just think it changed the problem. It bent it a different way and it still acts weird. It still unlocks the door really well. So that's why I use it there. Maddie got me this keychain a while back. It's really good. It's a great quality keychain. Thick leather. It's got GareTheBear written on it, the channel, and it has the date on the inside when I started the channel, 8/17/2019. I cherish this thing because it's honestly perfect for EDC because it's attached to all my keys. I can grab it, pull it out of my pocket with ease. So the next item is the Zipmate, and this is going to be like a giant set of parentheses because this Zipmate is going to cover the next several items. So the Zipmate, I got this in, I want to say it was like November of 2023. It's been almost a year since I've gotten this. Daily Carry Co. sent this out to me. There's a couple of more things later on that are in this pouch that I'm going to talk about from them. This Zipmate has been literally my everyday carry every day for the past year. I selected this particular item for them to send me because I thought it would fit my pocket notebook perfectly. And so I got it. And sure enough, it was perfect. It was the perfect pouch for my particular size of pocket notebook. So the back pocket here is where the pocket notebook goes. It's got Velcro on the face because Daily Carry Co. also offers, or they usually send patches with their pouches. That way you can like decorate your pouch with their patch. There's also these 2 front pockets that I have elected to use for pens. And then there's the main zipper, which opens up to like the proper pouch portion of the pouch, which that's where the rest of my stuff is. The next part of the everyday carry is the pocket notebook. I made a video not long ago where I was ranking a bunch of different pocket notebooks. This one by itself scored pretty low, but on my pocket notebooks, I sort of enhance them a little bit. I add a bookmark, I laminate the covers, put the date on there. I do a lot of these things to make the notebook better. So out of the package, they're so-so, but once I've put my little touch on them, they're great. I love them. But the notebook has been, again, it's one of the staples of my everyday carry. It's been there since the beginning. It's kind of an all-in-one tool. Again, I made a video referring to the notebook as like a Swiss Army knife, where it's really good for a lot of different things, whether it's like a thought I need to write down or an idea or something I need to remember. Lots and lots of different stuff can go into a pocket notebook. Having it on me is an extremely versatile tool. And you can't have a pocket notebook without a utensil to write in it with. The next item on the list is the pens. I started out just carrying a Sharpie S-Gel pen, and then eventually I evolved into having not only one pen, but two, where I had the S-Gel and then I had the red S-Gel. But recently I've switched to the Pilot G2, the 1mm, the thicker tip. And so I've had this black Pilot G2 as well as my red Sharpie S-Gel. And usually I don't have this on a daily basis, but currently in the other pouch is actually another Pilot G2 pen, because the one I'm using currently is getting really, really low on ink. Okay, so, and a funny story too about the pens, if you can see here at the very bottom of the pouch, there's actually some red and black ink spots, and there's also a little baby hole. Having the pens in there over the course of time, you know, you end up hitting the tops where they click, and the tip comes out and pokes a hole through the pouch. So what I decided to do, and I figured out this solution, was take a cotton ball, just a little cotton ball, and stuff it down into the pocket. That way, if the pens are gonna poke anything, they're gonna poke that cotton ball. The ink isn't gonna go through the fabric on here, it's just gonna get and soak into that cotton ball. And also over the course of time, the pocket has sort of molded to each pen. So it's all one pocket, but each pen kind of has its little nook that it goes into. It's really handy. All right, so on the inside of the pouch, I've got just kind of a variety of crap. The first one, we have the chapstick. This is actually the same chapstick stick I had 9 months ago, I think. Or was it cherry? Next is a fairly new addition to the pouch. I got a pair of fingernail clippers. Whoa. And only one time I've actually used these to clip my fingernails. One of the big things for this is if I have like a thread hanging on my shirt or something, which I used it yesterday as of shooting this. I was wearing a shirt and I had a little thread hanging down. And so I just got these out from my pouch and I clipped that thread right off. It's perfect for that. Next thing, I have a couple of these hair ties. They're not as useful anymore because my hair's not long anymore. And then just a few extra bits and bobs. I've got a few paper clips. The next thing is a button. I have this little button in my little pouch. I don't remember if it was off of one of my shirts or if it was something I found, but I have this on me because you never know when you'll need a button. I want to get like just a needle, a simple needle and thread to put in there. Another thing, I have this screw. I was walking through, I think I was doing laundry. I was walking through the hallway and just found it on the ground. And I was like, that's a good little piece of hardware. So I picked it up and now I have it. It's on me. I don't know, I don't need it, but I have it. The last thing inside the pouch is actually three things. It's this little key ring. So there's three little EDC items on this key ring. I put them on a key ring because they're all really small. The first one is the Minimend Titanium Slim Pry Bar. This is from Daily Carry Co. All three of these items are from Daily Carry Co. This pry bar is the best thing ever. I'm just gonna go out and say it. I've used this on multiple occasions. When I was over there on, let's see, it was last week's video, I was building a little bookends for my table, my shooting table, and I needed just a little piece of wood. So what I ended up doing is I took a scrap of plywood, and I put the pry bar where I wanted it, and I hammered it in, and I split the plywood in two. So I used that to sort of enhance, because the screw came through on the bookend a little bit, so it was good for that. And it's also a remarkable sticker peeler. Is really good for getting up underneath the sticker and peeling it up without leaving residue. Because if you peel a sticker, most of the time it is a pain in the neck and it doesn't ever work as well as it should. But with this pry bar, this is like, they should rename this to the ultimate sticker remover because it's wonderful. The next two are MagPick Biggie and MagPick Mini. There's two magnetic toothpicks. They're toothpicks for picking your teeth. I've used these numerous times at work. After lunch break, I'll like go to the bathroom, like pick my teeth and stuff. So that is all the items that are in my Zipmate, my EDC pouch. Speaking of my pockets in my pants, the next section we're talking about is the uniform. Now, the uniform is one that I haven't really considered before. I've seen a lot of people that have talked about their daily outfit or like whatever they wear on a regular basis, their uniform. And I haven't really considered that. In reflecting on that, I realized that I wear the same thing almost all the time. Like in general, usually it's a plain t-shirt and jeans. But because had been thinking about this a little bit more, I wanted to put a little bit more focus on the uniform and like what I wear every day. So as of right this minute, the things that I wear on a regular basis or every single day are my plain t-shirt. Usually it's a solid color. Usually it's bright. Solid because I don't want to have to pick between one design or the other. And also the brighter colors make them look better in thumbnails for YouTube videos. And then usually I would wear jeans with whatever I was wearing t-shirt wise. And that's what I had done for a pretty good while. Until just the other day, I was like, my jeans weren't acting right. Like they kept being weird with my belt and they just don't fit right. Jeans never fit right. And if they do, you're one of the lucky ones. So I have finally decided. I went and I got 2 pairs of cargo pants. Like work pants, sort of. I guess you could consider them work pants. They're considered all-terrain wear. I got a black pair, and then this is like a really, really light green. But it looks gray, but it's technically green, I think. These are the newest addition to the uniform. And then the next part of the uniform is the shoes. I wear the same shoes every day, and I usually get a new pair of shoes probably like once a year or 2, depending on the quality of the shoes, because sometimes they'll last me longer, sometimes they won't. But typically, I like to stick with New Balance because I have a really wide foot, and so without having to go up a size, New Balance is just wide enough for my foot. So like I usually wear a 12, but like with Nike or Adidas or like other brands of shoes, I've had to go up a size to actually fit my foot into the stupid thing. And with that, you kind of feel clunky and clumsy because you have all this extra space at the end of your foot. The next part of the uniform is the sunglasses. I'd be keeping the sunglasses on me all the time. I always have these sunglasses. I don't like when the sun is in my eyes, which on cue, the sun came out from over a cloud and my window's really bright now. I really like these ones. They're cheapos from Amazon. They're like, $12 or $20 or something for 2 pair. I usually avoid shopping on Amazon, but these particular sunglasses are just wonderful. And the price is also wonderful. So that is just an exception. The next part of the uniform is a water bottle of some kind. Something I've been carrying on me a lot more lately is a water bottle. Drinking water is important, and you need to drink lots of water. And so having a water bottle on me that is convenient and it is easy to use is important. The last part of the uniform is one that I was actually gonna make a video about a long time ago when I got it, but I just never did. The story never really came to me. It never really happened. An important part of my EDC is my watch. One of the things I was going to talk about in this video that never happened, and let me know if you relate to this because I know this happens. You go to check your phone, you're going to check the time. You look for the time. You want to know what time it is. You open your phone, you look at the time, but then you look at something else, and then you look at something else, and then you look at something else. And then you get off your phone and you're like, wait, what the hell time is it? What time is it? Having the phone to check the time is theoretically practical, but it's not. So having a watch where the only thing you see is what time it is. Like I literally look at my watch, I can't avoid seeing the time. And I'm not talking about an Apple Watch or a Galaxy Watch or any of these fancy smartwatches. This is a $12 digital watch from Walmart. I wanted to get something as basic as possible. That way I could look at my wrist and know what time it is. That sounds so dumb to say out loud because that's why watches were invented. But like having one thing for one purpose is awesome. So the third and final section of this video is the additions, things I want to add. One of the main ones I want to add is a Swiss champ or some other form of multi-tool. I'm not really picky, I guess. Just something that if I'm out and about and I need a screwdriver or I need a knife blade or something, I can just pull it out of my pocket and I've got it. And obviously I want more plain t-shirts, more of these pants. These pants are really good pants, by the way. I really dig these pants. I also want to get they have these all the time in grocery stores. They have these little glasses repair kits. I want to get one of these because these glasses, they always end up super loose to where the little arms don't hold. I also, like I mentioned earlier, I want to get a sewing kit because I have that button in there, but I can't really use it. And it's one of those things with the everyday carry, you can't really just say, I want to add this, I want to add this, I want to add this, because really the things get added out of necessity. And if you start adding too much stuff, then you may not really need it. So it's kind of just one of those things, you got to add it as you go as the need presents itself. So this is my complete everyday carry at the end of 2024. Anyways, enough yapping. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys next time.